Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Asma Mustafa. I'm a teacher of English from Palestine in Gaza. Palestine is sending you a very warm greeting to all parts of this world who is listening and joining right now. I'd like to thank AKS for giving me this great opportunity to speak to you about my experience in gaming strategy and teaching English as a foreign language. As we are nowadays staying at homes from all parts of this world, we kept remembering the past lovely days we've spent together with our students, and we really missed them. And they kept telling us via messages and their letters that we really missed being with, you know, we really missed schools, we really missed gaming, we really missed teachers and missed our colleagues, and everything. Life changed. So I'm asking you, all of you, to keep stay safe, to keep being safe, and stay at homes and never get out, but only for the necessity, for the very, very strong necessity, because we are all in this together. And I remember a story happened in 1893 in Kuwait. Um, a very a very strong virus attacked the country at that time, killing thousands of people in Kuwait. So people are asked by the World Health Organization to stay at homes. Some of them didn't answer and they died. Some of them really kept being at homes for more than 1 month, for I think 6 weeks, and they survived. A family who have lived in a very far uh, palace, to the borders of Kuwait, um, consisting of I think 13 people at that time, 13 members of the family, kept staying at home. One of them, the wife of the son, asked her husband to visit her mom and dad because she really missed them. No one of the family has accepted. They are all refused and told her to stay at home just like with them. And when the virus disappeared, we all will get out and walk in the streets and, breathe fresh air outside houses. But, it needs to be patient enough. But she didn't answer. And they locked doors and windows. But unfortunately, she went up to the roof, threw herself to the ground from there. She walked to her family's house. There, she was surprised because her old family members, she found them all died. She, of course, went back to her family's house, her husband's house, but no one accepted to open the door for her. So she stayed outside the house till she died. A movie maker decided to make a film about this story called Look Doors. The Look Doors. The Look Doors is a very famous movie. Gives us a lesson, which is when there is a dangerous virus, just stay home and keep yourself, your sons, your daughters, your little kids, your own members in the family at home safe. As we are staying homes nowadays, we changed our some of our rooms into small classrooms. We start giving lessons through cameras, Zoom, Skype, etc., because we really cannot live without those people whom we spend long time a day together, more than 6 hours a day we spent with our kids at school. because we have to believe in that those are the leaders of the future, and we are making their minds, in order to make their minds very well, in order to give them the opportunity to think critically, in order to think, in order to give those little kids, the chance to cooperate together, to speak together. It's not only the teacher whose mission is to speak inside the classroom. This is wrong. You need to give your students the opportunity to participate, to listen in order to speak, to read in order to write. And gaming strategy is one of the most important, powerful, outstanding one in giving and providing students with such every feature and special characteristics of self-learning. It even develops their critical thinking, their abilities in speaking, their abilities in making, words, in pronouncing words, and passing the ball. You pass the ball from one student to another and say something in English about you. For example, my favorite food is pizza. The one who catches the ball should say something. My favorite music is rook, for example, and so on. Gaming and some, simple toys may develop and have a very great effect on your students. And those are the leaders of the future. Remember that we are not just teaching, we are inspiring the kids to learn. We are trying to motivate them as possible as we can to learn very well in a very effective way, to have what is called long term learning. Some people believe that, and I'm one of them, that if you tell me something, I may forget. But if you involve me in having, for example, playing or participating with you, sharing you this very small books of alphabets, English alphabets, I make, 300 small cards of alphabets. I distribute them among my students like this. I put them on tables. I give my students about 5 minutes. They will make me amazing words by those alphabets. Small cards, they cost nothing, but they have great effect on my students' abilities and attitudes towards self-learning. um, if your student says or answers a correct answer of inspiring the other one, yes, excellent, and give him a star. Give him or her a star. Or sometimes we play this game. I give her a star, and she starts thinking about 5 words beginning with the alphabet here. P, for example, say pen, um, uh, panda, etc. It develops their speaking abilities and thinking. And look at this dice. This is I called the English dice because it doesn't have numbers here. It only contains some orders for the ones who do not answer a question, don't know how to answer or whatever, or loses in a game. I give them this dice, and sorry, they play with it. Say and read the word, the order which he or she is going to do. Sing. This is my favorite. I love asking my students to sing, and they will sing beautifully. They will be very happy when they see the teacher are singing with them, are playing with them, are jumping with them. For example, the clever frog game. I raised the cards for my students. Yes, a student who is going to play the role of a frog is going to leap from one leaf to another as if they are in a lake, and pronouncing the word hurricane, yes, speed, yes, and formation, and try to jump with them. This will make things better. And for this game, This is called the roles. It deals with the abilities of speaking and writing. Reading too. Yes, three skills in one game. This is the advantage of gaming. They develop gaming strategies, develop the integrated skills together without without making much effort by the teacher. You only prepare the game very well. You prepare your tools very clearly. Try to choose the attractive colors. You cut the cards um, into small cards with nice colors. Your students will rearrange them to make, for example, a tag question. Isn't it? This is the old bicycle. Oh, let us visit you. Nice to see you, etc. They can build sentences without paying much effort. They are playing. They think that as if they are playing. That's it. But in fact, they are learning. They are, you know, saving information in a very complicated process in mind. They will never ever forget this skill or this activity which they have been involved in a very, very funny way. Uh, this is the rule. For example, I bring two plastic rolls, cover them with nice piece of cloth, and prepare the alphabet. Start learning. And why not to play some music while this process? Yes, music is going to add something very, very amazing and a lovely atmosphere inside your classrooms. Students are now going to recognize some English words. They are going to build words while you are rolling. It doesn't take much effort and it doesn't take much time, but its effect on students are very, very great because they are going to learn by themselves in a very, very funny way. They love reading. They will for sure love reading and practice reading every day. For those who are shy, for those who are isolated inside the classrooms, they will participate or they would love to participate. They would love to join you. They would love to exchange information and knowledge with their colleagues. They would love to put the parts of a picture in a puzzle game together. They would love to spend their time in learning. This is what we want to build a positive attitudes towards learning. Sometimes people, kept telling me that yes, Asma, the gaming strategy is a very, is a very perfect way, is a perfect way for teaching the little kids, not the adults. And this is totally wrong. I disagree with those people because if I open now the one of your cell phones, I will see for sure some of you has downloaded some games from the store, and the adults usually play cards. We have changed this game, by the way. This is the box of playing cards in English, and those are the cards. After presenting the new words, I distribute the cards among my students as if simply they are playing cards. Students may have this card and say, like, like, excellent. He or she pronounces the word very well. I may ask another one to use it in a meaningful sentence. This way, we provide a very enjoyable learning inside our classroom. And sometimes we is funny, and remember not to be serious all the time. Because if you are serious as a teacher, you are. This means that you are classical teacher. You only give information. Your students are sitting on the chairs all the time. And yes, try to change this classical method in teaching by asking your students to come and join you here near the blackboard, or come here, come to me, come closer. Let's play the game of steps. The steps, if this means if you answer correct, you move a step, you move a step, you move a step. And this is with a very great effect on psychologically of students. And one of the most important funny games is the clothesline. The clothesline develop so many integrated skills of students. For example, I ask students to write down, for example, I give them empty cards and I ask them to write down um, their favorite food, for example. How many members do you have in the family, for example? Who is your favorite leader? Who is your character, favorite character, for example, and so on. Give them the task with a very simple layout of gaming strategy. They will for sure fight sometimes to participate, to be involved in this activity. And yes, their pronunciation has been developed. Yes, their speaking abilities have been developed clearly. They like listening and singing, by the way. I love listening to my students when they sing, as long as they love the atmospheres, the lovely weathers inside the classrooms with a lovely teacher, they will for sure learn uh, self-learning. They will love schools, and we will have great leaders of the future. And this is the main purpose of the educational process in general. We are building minds, and we are having, uh, you know, yes, we do much effort, but not in vain. Not in vain. Those little kids are our responsibility. Some of my students reflection after telling them stories. And you know how do I play games with telling stories? By standing in front of the classroom and making the shape of classrooms as the U alphabet. I say, um, for example, once upon a time I was walking in the street. The one in the right, the student into the right, should continue with a very simple sentence as he or she imagines what's going what will happening next, what will happen next. And this is a very effective way to produce their speaking as well as their thinking, because they will be preparing themselves for the sentence they will say. And this is for sure develop their speaking abilities, not only inside the classrooms but in life in general. Some students have problems in speaking. Some of them are shy to speak. Some of them are afraid of so they say, um, my colleagues may laugh at me when I commit a mistake, and teach them that the one who doesn't commit mistake is not going to learn. Um, One of the most important, efficient game I've applied inside my classroom is the wristband. The wristband. The wristband. I bring a group of colored, attractive slides like this, empty ones, of course, empty ones, and I distribute them among the faulty students in the classroom. See how much see how much gaming save time, because you can make the same thing, you can involve all students with all different achievement levels at the same time. Everyone takes a card or a slide You ask them to write a sentence. For example, you are teaching today the present continuous or the present simple tense, whatever. You ask them a question. What do you do every day? And of course, each card of these will contain a different sentence. After that, ask your students to put this here and feel proud of yourself. This is your wristband for today. Very lovely, very friendly atmospheres inside the classrooms. Your students may really summarize the stories that you are telling with a picture, cut and color inside the classrooms. This is a very amazing way in teaching languages in general. Reinforcement. One of my lovely, one of my loveliest actually uh, tools is the microphone. This is used by me as a reward as an award for students. For example, the one who would like to answer, who writes a paragraph or writes a sentence, is going to have the microphone in order to speak in front of the whole classroom. So they will feel proud, so proud to speak in front of their colleagues, and they feel as if this I am the king or I am the prince. Yes, you enter the student's mind and the student's word. Try to play with them and let them feel that you are one of them. You are as old as of them. This is very amazing when I try to be the clever frog or jumping or playing the telephone, the television. So many educational games. I will copy and share this my gaming strategies for you here, and um, uh, talking about gaming strategy is something needs much time than you can imagine. Um, but till here, I'd like to thank you, all of you, for participating and your comments. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you, AKS, for giving me this great opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Servish, Mr. Uh, Danish. Thank you very much. And let me read your comments so that I could answer your questions. And please, if you have any more questions, uh, you can put them right now so that I could answer. Good morning. Okay, good morning. Thank you across the world. Thank you, Mr. Iyad Sui. Sarah, I play this game with my students. Pass the board. Yes, it's one of the most amazing games I've ever tried inside my classrooms. I give medals to my students. Excellent. I give them some chocolates sometimes, and sometimes I encourage them with some educational trips outside classrooms, outside schools, and we sometimes paint, sometimes we draw, sometimes we do some, extra tasks as enjoyable learning curriculums. Mr. Rakesh, curriculums are made child-centered now, learning by doing best way for the children. Yes, teachers should make teaching language yes accordingly. Thank you very much. Hello, Munira. Thank you for following. Good morning. Um, Anur Raslan. I did same pick for my students, and we like singing. Do thanks, dear. Yes, thank you very much. Singing is a very powerful method in learning in general. Even when you look at your child at home, if you doctors recommend that to sing for your kids so that they could speak earlier. Good morning. Hi, thank you for following Muhammad Jaradat. Learning by playing and experimenting clearly contributes to forming the student's personality. And his desire to learn, for example, using experiments in chemistry. Excellent. Um, Karbala Suqi, chemistry teacher. Thank you, Mrs. Karbala. Thank you very much for following. Thank you, Mr. Iyad Su'i, our ambassador for Global Teacher Award in Palestine. Thank you very much. Munira Najjar, nice presentation. Mrs. Asma, thank you. I have applied something similar to your right, which is gamification. Excellent. Gamification is something different from gaming, as they are, gamification depends mainly on a computer and devices. Since 2016, yes, excellent. And I'm following you, and I've learned much from you, Mr. Munira. I found games are great, resolving several common classroom issues. Um, Such as student participation, check time, students' engagement, differentiations, yes, data tracking, and increasing students' achievements. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sharif, morning. Gal Mimon, morning. Hi, everyone. Hi. Muhammad Jaradat, nice presentation. Thank you very much, Khulud. You are really a great teacher. Thank you very much. It's you are the one who's a great. Khulud Zaharna, thank you. Hello. Iyad Su'i, all greeting, nice presentation. Thank you. Miss Vicky, thank you so much. Great presentation. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, Really, I'd like to thank you, all of you, for participating, for comments. And if you have a question, please don't hesitate to post it. Many thanks go for the Global Teacher Award, AKS, for taking care of teachers who are the responsible for changing lives, who are the responsible for making minds, who are responsible for building leaders of the future. Thank you very much, and stay safe, stay at home.